Yo, what's up guys, balik lagi bersama gua Reza Purnomo. Oke, kali ini kita akan bermain game Genshin Impact teman-teman. Kita akan explore Sumeru ya, 3.0. Kita akan ngelanjutin Archon quest. Masih deja vu ya, ini pusing cuy. Ya, untuk sinyalnya udah oke ya.
Hurry and find the truth.
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dia also didn't get hurt.
Get hurt? Why would I?
Well, you're still getting used to your new...
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Oh, that works.
What happened to you guys while I was gone? Did you get brainwashed by some cult?
Don't think too hard about it. Just...
All right then, let me get...
Yes, your memories...
Then I'd have to disagree.
Oh? Why do you think that?
If we've actually been reliving this, common sense says my wallet should have emptied its...
Right. They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day, and then use the city's resources to replenish everything. It's not very likely, but it's also not impossible.
No, it is impossible. I've got...
You have proof?
You two are surprisingly serious. Come with me, Miss Dunyarzad. Please come along as well.
Paimon can't believe it's Dia who wants to show...
Yes.
This is it.
Huh? This is a wooden training dummy.
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces by...
That's true, but...
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous training sessions. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the importance of the force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated, and it's just as they say. Each swordsman has their own unique style, and even the same sword...
Is it really impossible? What if they use some...
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no spirit to it. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate... Whew! Hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new... Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
Well, back to square one. But yep, that's true. So, strange? Paimon feels like... Huh? Leaving the city? You're right! It's really strange. Paimon can't believe it! Did we miss this because we're tunnel vision? How about we go back and ask Nahida? Maybe we...
Ntar gue buka teleport ini dulu teman-teman. Gue dapet T lagi.
Today is a lucky day.
Kita buka teleport ini dulu ya. sama Ono. Alhamdulillah. Di atas cuy. Di atas apa di bawah? Gak mungkin lah kalau di bawah cuy. Di atas ya teleportnya ya.
Early today? Sort of. We're mostly sure now. Leaving the city. As far as I remember... We did? But we don't remember anything. What happened after we... Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome... But you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway. It is true that sometimes we lose track of time during our investigations. Really? That's kinda strange. Yep. Something here's definitely fishy. Let's get to the bottom of this tomorrow.
Bip ini cuy, apa ini bip? Aneh.
Our memories are back! About that... Well, Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, I have another message for you. Listen to it and you'll understand.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days worth of memories. It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday. Okay, let's go!
Ini deja vu pusing cuy.
Why can't we leave the city?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct order from the Grand Sage. Just...
I have a real emergency. My goods have already...
That's your problem. Make sure you make a request in advance.
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the Academia already announced the lockdown for Sumeru City today. Let's go and question them. Hello, sir. Why can't we leave the city?
Here we go again. Don't ask me. I don't know. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. They didn't tell us anything else. Angering me won't get you anywhere. If I had that kind of insider info, I would have left this stupid
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, this is a good spot. And the guard hasn't known... Huh? Why? But... What if things get really weird? Oh, Paimon knows that Paimon can... Okay. Paimon, promise Paimon that you'll come back as soon as... And please...
Okay.
Memories! Traveler! Paimon would never see you again! Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back! You promised Paimon... Paimon, calm down. He's here now. I don't think he understood what you were... Paimon doesn't care! Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay! Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day!
Kok bisa?
Okay. Paimon will forgive you. The most important thing is that you did. Okay. Paimon, can you tell us your perspective? I see. Using two people's different perspectives. After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you disappeared in an instant.
Aneh.
No way! Paimon was watching you with the fullest attention. What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure you don't have any memory? I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried to leave the city. So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely
iya.
erased?
Jadi kalau kita pergi dari kota, ingatan kita dihapus, teman-teman. Itu ya konsepnya ya.
Something big outside of the city is being hidden on purpose. But this way, we'll also never discover what's outside. Something like a message? But how can we send it back? Don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared at. Well, okay. You want something that... Yep, now we're talking.
Nah, ini ada CCTV nih. Ini asli udah mati tuan putrinya, cuy. Mungkin rajanya nggak pengen ininya mati, makanya dibikin deja vu terus.
I'm done. Here you go. What? Isn't this just an Akasha terminal? I made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending messages. To make something like this? Nahida, you really know the Akasha like the back of your hand. Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use. I just can't... We'll never know until we try. At least we're taking the initiative. Let's go then. Let's expose those...
Ntar
Alright.
bingung alatnya buat apa
Paimon
gitu,
isn't
cuy.
as worried about being separated since it Okay. That covers everything that's happened so far. Yes, although the signal was choppy and had some interference, we still managed to Okay, now that you understand what's going on,
Dihapus juga.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Banyak
I've
salah
entered
satunya.
another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sights. All these spaces are empty except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human presence.
Nah, ini tidak bisa merasakan keberadaan manusia. Ini kayak hologram, teman-teman.
that's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru city space when you set foot out, but everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from... There's another part here. I only received it last night.
These spaces have been disappearing one after the other, absorbed by
Oke,
something
seperti
like a
matahari
sun
di
in the
langit.
sky.
To
And
be
now, even the final space has behind me. A lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Why did the message end right there? What did the traveler... Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that moment. Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep from the Akasha. The message. It should have come from the traveler's Akasha. After the beep, Traveler said, even the final space is... Traveler, what do you think that final space could have been?
ya nggak tahu lah.
All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common. That doesn't sound right.
Berarti ini ya.
My impression is that each day in this samsara only ends at the sound
Nah,
of that
iya.
beep from the akasha.
Jadi kalau suatu hari berakhir ketika ada tanda beep.
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of the beep, the final space, the Sub-Zero's festival, also later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces materializing behind them. Paimon's head is spinning. Well, consider this. For all, so no matter how strange or spooky things may look. Wow, the Archon War, huh? Hey, where are you going?
Tidur lagi, terus bangun kayak hari itu. Kita buka teleport dulu ya teman-teman.
Time to go.
Dia di atas apa di mana cuy? Oh ini kita di bawah ya? Kayaknya di atas cuy teleportnya cuy.
Time to go.
Kita ke atas dulu ya. Muter-muter gua kampret. Di atas.
Time to go.
Kita naik lift sini aja ya. Mana lift ya?
Time to go. Time to go.
Ini apa cuk? Ih, kebuka dong, keren banget. Wow. Teleportnya di atas kampret kalau di atas. Oh serius di atas cuy. Gak bisa cuk. Dia di belakang ya. Kesininya gimana? Teleport sini bisa gak? Oh belum terbuka kan kampret. Ntar kita coba lewat atas ini ya teman-teman.
Time to go.
Caranya gimana bang? Terbang aja ya.
Into the wind.
Ini adalah kelebihan kita cuy. Kelebihan Kazuha harus kita manfaatkan ya. Kazuha kayak King Albedo yang bisa terbang.
The wind knows me.
Oh masih di sono cuy. Gila. Oke sip. Oke hampir jatuh. Cok kaget. Nah ini ya teleportnya di atas ya. Nah sip. Kita langsung ke quest enak dari sini cuy. Set gitu.
Do you want some alone time to think? All right.
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to
Oh,
begin.
ini datang.
I'm going to go watch it.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead?
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is ticking away. Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh, wait, no.
Balik lagi, cok. Rada aneh gitu. Gak kelar-kelar anjir. 30 menit kayak gini doang.
Time to go.
You're back. I've been waiting forever for you. Are you ready to take your Sub-Zero's Okay.
We've already experienced the Sub-Zeru's festival many times, and that doesn't sound right. All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common. Those spaces remind me of... That doesn't sound right. People in Sumeru don't dream. We are all in a dream. It isn't that the people of Sumeru don't dream, rather the Akasha...
People in Sumeru think they don't dream, but the truth is the
Ah, yeah,
Akasha
betul.
steals their dreams without and those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. Huh. So people in Sumeru do... Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha... The Akasha relies on the power...
That doesn't sound right.
Berarti ini ya kebijaksanaan
It
ya.
is the manifestation... Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling creatures in the... But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their... Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active. In other words, dreams are rich bundles. So in other words, Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are... The real story is that the sages... Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about this?
The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. We still hear it. That doesn't sound right. We've already experienced the Sub-Zeru's festival many times. That doesn't sound right. Those spaces kept disappearing before my eyes. But as soon... Those dreamscapes kept vanishing. But as soon as that beep sounded, more new spaces appeared.
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separating their consciousness from their own. Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sub-Zero's festival along with everyone else's, while their now vacant dreams are... No one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream. People wake up to yet another dream about the Sub-Zero's festival. So, this is like a dream factory. Very good, Paimon. Using an... Okay. So that be... Alright, last question. Who am I?
Ayo. Pusing. Ilusi.
Now that I think about it, wasn't illusion... That doesn't sound right.
Bulan ya.
They say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Archon's divine revelation. So,
So you noticed. I thought that one would be the hardest question. That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed. Now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been hinting to us. It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place
Lesser
for info
Lord
about Lesser Lord
Kusanali.
Kusanali. Paimon
Kusanali.
didn't expect to meet you like this. Yes, those can wait until we're back in real life. On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions. I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my
Oh,
birthday?
ulang tahunnya dia.
Could it really just be a coincidence? Even you don't know the reason? Wow. Now that's straight. The Academia sages are determined to harvest lots of dreams in a short time, no matter the cost. They have to be up to no good. Unfortunately, I don't know. Traveler, do you have any...
the Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's..."
Nah ini betul. Ini maksudnya apa cuy?
Celebrate the birth of that god? Could it mean... Can humans really keep dreaming forever like this? We might say your mental fatigue has already answered this question. Eventually, especially those whose health is compromised to begin with. Like Junior, people's lives are at stake here, and nobody knows it. Deceiving the people of Sumeru with no regard for their safety. After we end the Sub-Zero's festival, how can the sages of the Academia... In the end, I'm just the moon.
Aku ini hanya si bulan, matahari yang sesungguhnya sudah lama pergi.
A sun and a moon?
Tuh bib, kampret ini cuy.
We're out of time today. I'll tell you how to break free of the samsara tomorrow. See you then.
Ini udah bib ya.
Good morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that
Pusing juga.
Hey! What's wrong, Nahida? You don't look too... I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct. Did Dunyarzad already disappear? The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Jangan-jangan sakit kulit itu ya?
Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what about that other Dunyarzad? She's actually something like a puppet, but not completely. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role in this dream. So another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the trees, that Dunyar... But personality-wise, she's nothing. Puppets are stiff and can't copy a living person's vitality. You know, speaking of which... Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness. And it was you who... Yes. Back then, her family was overly... I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still... far from it. I'm still a long way off from being... I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent archon...
Ini archon ya? Wah kita gacha cuy.
Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida. I'm not beating... Don't be like that, Nahida. To prevent more tragedies like this. Great, but... Although the Sub-Zero's festival dream is... That means this dream belongs... Huh? So, well, if this is someone's dream, then everything... Which means, with the power of imagination... Imagination? Imagination means breaking through what you perceive as normal. Like when the server at the tavern brings a plate to you, you'd naturally assume that food is on it. However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that you're dreaming, When you imagine gold and more on the plate, the dream will respond in kind, and the server really will bring you golden. But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times they're served, it will always be food. Find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming. Usually, once that happens, the person will wake up and the dream... How are we going to find them, though? And even if we did find them, how? After all, like you said, don't wake a sleepwalker. It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you two. Remember, everything you've achieved up to as for me, during this time... Out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams where the... Yes. I want to try something. Hurry and go. Dreams are supposed to be fantastical. Paimon, she was such a good person. Yeah. Saving but we mustn't lose hope, Traveler. Dunyarzad would definitely want... Paimon's wondering, do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the... Huh. That's true. So, who do you think the host of the dream is? Oh, that would make sense. Ferris, the Knight of... Let's go ask him some...
Alhamdulillah. Anjir, keyboard gue sampai mati cuy warnanya.
Yeah.
Suruh nebak itu lagi nomor 4.
You're back. You left in a hurry last time.
Everything's fine. Just, it's a little hard to explain.
An experiment? That came out of nowhere.
Could you make a wish?
You want me to make a wish? Is that a new Sub-Zero's
Nah,
festival
betul.
tradition or something?
Less questions, more
Okay. My wish. Okay. I'm a little nervous saying this out loud, but
Wow.
I want Miss Dunyarzad to be happy.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down, and she wasn't really talking to any... She just doesn't seem like herself. She's always so gentle, and I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be Fairest Knight of Flowers is because I'm...
So, you have a crush on Dunyarzad?
Oh, is it that all? When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, what she didn't realize was that I'm... Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eyes.
Yo.
Oh, you're...
What?
Langsung muncul ya.
Fucky?
Bukan.
Sorry, but only one portion of Yelda candies per Nice try, you two. Anyway, never mind. I don't need to see her appear right in front of me.
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy.
Bukan dia cuy, siapa dong? Ini. Oh si alkemis ya.
Everyone who knows Dunyarzad loves her.
My lady, step back.
That sounds like Dia. Oh, right. Huh? But Dia can handle them. Hey, Traveler!
One with nature. Yeah. Yeah. Time to go.
Apa ini teman-teman? Oh yang dikeroyok penjahat. Terus kita suruh kabur.
It's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The homie Yanni's pay me, not you.
Nah iya ini.
You... Fine, alright. Knock yourself...
Nah ini
Anyway,
kita ubah ya.
watch yourself.
Kita ubah deja vu-nya, teman-teman.
So you got yourself some backup.
A new punch knows it.
Let's light it up! Take flight! Whirling snow!
Cia.
Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nahida both. Dunyarzad. Oh, and speaking of her, remember how during the first Sub-Zero's
betul.
festival, before the Samsara started, she said it was because she had forgotten something. Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere around here. Yeah, even if it's...
Oke, kita lihat
This is
barangnya
the
apa,
place.
cuy.
It's rude to enter other people's...
Nggak, ini demi misi, cuy.
The windows are unlocked. Okay. Paimon... This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing... Should we open it? Wow. Dunyarzad wrote all of this. Sounds like she was, even though she was also busy preparing for the Sub-Zero, she must have wanted to give this to us as a gift, if we hadn't found this book. But now that we know, we can't... Hey! Where are you off to?
Dia sakit deh di pinggir itu ya, coba kita lihat. Yang ada kursinya, tempat duduk. Nah, di sini deja vu lagi aja 100 kali gua sampai sini. Nah, beda, ada perahu ya. Kapan selesainya gitu loh, gitu-gitu terus.
It's Dunyarzad's puppet.
Ya itu boneka, betul.
Traveler?
Ini traveler nggak ngomong nih, aneh nih cuy. Soundnya kolot.
You must be exhausted.
Nah, kita duduk terus ada yang datang.
Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a
Beep.
really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with
Nah,
Dunyarzad feels like
nah.
an eternity ago.
Kita udah di sini, terus di sini. Terus di sini pas tempat duduk. Nah, terus di samping sini. Nah,
Paimon still
Oh.
remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets.
kayaknya ini sih dalangnya cuy.
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Yes, traveler.
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now, how come... What? Where are we going this time?
Ya balik lagi, cok. Ntar ada kakek-kakek tua nikmati festival dengan sepuas-puasnya. Itu aja terus, cok. Nih gue sampai jalannya sampai apal, cok. Tuh. Terus naik ke atas panggung situ. Nah ini. Langsung kakek-kakek pergi ngomong nikmati
If
sepuas-puasnya
you continue
festival.
to resist,
Nah, ini
we
apa
will
mau?
have to order an investigation into every single... The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency.
Nah, langsung nikmati sepuas-puasnya. Bosen cuk gua.
Traveler? You don't have to get involved.
Traveler.
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? If you get arrested by the
Kayak ini dalangnya juga cuy. Tuh kan dia bingung.
Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff? Oh, of course. If this is the sage's
Nah
plan,
kan,
they
ini
wouldn't put
manusia.
themselves through this. So they're just substitutes.
Nah betul.
What is this?
Nah
What
betul kan.
happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage?
Oh jadi ilusinya itu cuma ada di ingatannya dia cuy. Nilau. Ya kan? Iya kita udah menyetop cuy.
Like I said, they symbolize the goddess of flowers.
Yes. The greater.
Nah ini udah ke stop ya ingatannya ya. Sama tukang itu tadi udah ke stop.
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Padisaras? Just like the ones for...
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the goddess of flowers passed away?
Yeah. What's going on here? Huh? You guys are acting weird.
Nah sip.
Hey!
Nah kan hilang kan.
They disappeared! So Nilu's the host. What a surprise!
Oh benar ada kejutan.
Padisaras don't exist in the real world anymore. But in Nilu's subconscious, they can appear as It's just like the example Nahida told us. People assume... So when you saw the flowers, you instantly knew it was Nilu. But if we want to end the samsara, how should we make Nilu?
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
Hah?
So I'm right. Is this Lesser Lord Kusanagi?
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point is, what made you... As far as you know, people in Sumeru don't...
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity, he went on a journey to find the Dendro
Oh
Archon.
Archon gitu.
Ooh, sounds
Oh.
familiar. Dunyarzad told us a story like...
Yep, but in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet. His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro. All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge. Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, I miss my parents, my wife, and my children. I've been away from... The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, the sage found himself lying in his bed. His wife, lying next to him, said, You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today, aren't you? In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City and founded the Academia.
So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of this...
Yes, but his faith and determination were
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zero's festival is almost... Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zero's as beautiful as we can.
Wow.
The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the dance of Sub-Zero's.
Asik lagunya cuy.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilou's dance.
Nah, ini datang. Ini udah mati kayaknya, teman-teman.
Good morning,
Awas ke riset,
traveler.
awas kalau ke riset, teman-teman.
Paimon feels like she's been a... Paimon's head feels super heavy. Paimon thinks it was... the Sub-Zero's festival! Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zero Samsara? Quick! Take off your Akasha terminal!
Meninggal cuy kayak, hilang ya. Gak ada.
She's not in her room. What happened? Huh? What usual
Gak ada semua cuy, jadi semua cuma ilusi ya. Coba kita cari cuy. Oh, tempatnya sama lagi, ke tertidur cuy. Nih, tertidur di sini cuy. Udah bangun teman-teman. Udah bangun. Mending streaming Mobile Legends bang. Siap.
And Paimon. And thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing this.
I'm sorry, who are...
Wah, siapa kamu? Catherine ini cuy.
Dunyarzad! You're okay.
Oh, a traveler, Paimon. I have something amazing. I just had a dream. And I saw Nilou perform.
Itu bukan mimpi anjir. Kelar ya. Akhirnya ada lagi ya? Ada lagi bangke. Jret. Mas Archon kok ada lagi, gue pengen. Kita tanya lagi ya.
You're actually Nahida, aren't you? Paimon felt like Catherine was acting. And Dunyarzad, did you... It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened.
Oh, dia tahu.
Let's chat somewhere else.
Oh, Catherine bagus ya berarti ya. Oke. Kan ini deja vu dan cuk tenan. Akhirnya kelar cuy, era deja vu ya.
Let's talk about Dunyarzad first. It's such a relief that she's all right. After we parted on the last day of the Sub-Zero's festival, I left the city and saw among the countless dreams, I found one that was growing fainter and fainter. This proved my suspicion. Once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate. But such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long though. Where both will gradually fade until they completely disappear. I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible. But it still wouldn't have lasted for much longer if it hadn't been for you two breaking the samsara. So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end. Not a moment to... Huh? Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought you'd be so moved that you'd start crying. Both are fine. Everyone
Ini
reacts
namanya
differently.
Tahida. Oh, jadi dia nyamar jadi Catherine ya?
All right. You two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, you saved my faithful believer. As your reward, I will answer any and all questions. To be accurate, I'm using the Akasha as a medium to occupy Catherine's consciousness. How did you do that? Poor Catherine. Theoretically, I can enter anyone's mind as long as they're wearing their Akasha terminal. The Akasha is the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. As Lesser Lord Kusanali and the first Akasha terminal, I've always respected my people's free will, so I've never actually occupied... hold on. Did we just learn some deep... What about your own body? Why do you need to borrow other... That story begins a long time ago. After Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared, the sages found my newly born... At that time, I was young and weak. The sages kept me in the sanctuary of Sur... However, I do understand that they had hoped to find... So, the sages basically put their new archon? In some ways, they aren't wrong. Greater Lord Rook and I'm still really far away from being able to call my... Yeah, you got a lot of believers. Just look at the Sub-Zero's festival. Everyone... Thank you for the kind words. But I honestly don't need physical freedom as long as I can connect. Trying to find a way to save Irminsul is my life's mission and top priority. I will work on that and try to live up to be... Every once in a while, I will also take up the duties of the God of... Got it! I hope my answers were... to be honest... Oh, and you don't need to worry too much about the sage's activities for now. The Akasha won't be able to conduct another project. Go and get some sleep. Leave everything done. What a relief.
Catherine.
Traveler? Paimon? Why am I here?
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't wake up a sleepwalker. We have...
I see. Huh. I should visit my maintenance personnel sometime. Oh.
Wow. Oke, Fajar. Trinity, cuy. Oh, ini apa, cuy? Quest dunia ya? Enggak. Kita ini dulu, cuy.
I only wish life could be...
Oh, udah kelar, teman-teman. Untuk quest archonnya udah kelar ya. Yuhu, kelar. Jadi kita akan membuka membuka sesuatu, cuy. Buka teleport ya, semua teleport. Nah, ini quest. Wah, ini mah paling itu, cuy. Kita next ya. Oke, kebuka, cuy. Sip, Sinagiri terbuka ya. Berarti kita akan menyelesaikan apa ya? Teleport semua dulu, teman-teman. Gila. Dari mana ya? Yang belum dibuka. Dari sini dulu, teman-teman. Dari bawah dulu, dari bawah. Halo Bang, welcome Indra Ferdian. Kita buka teleport dulu ya. Mumpung sinyalnya nggak merah cuy.
Time to go.
Ke atas ya. Bang, kenapa nggak main Heyday? Gue udah bikin konten, udah gue upload konten yang sangat menarik teman-teman. Tapi gue deg-degan juga. Besok ya, Sabtu aja teman-teman. Untuk hari ini udah bikin konten. Karena Genshin Impact baru update, jadi kita mainkan teman-teman.
Into the wind.
Apa mau gue share sekarang, tapi udah malam teman-teman. Nanti aja besok lagi. Mumpung gue libur juga. Biasa top up Genshin Impact di mana? Saya nggak pernah top up ya teman-teman. Di Genshin Impact tidak pernah top up. Free to play. Oke, terbuka, tinggal ini ya. Ini banyak itu cuy. Banyak apa? Banyak dendro fulus. Tapi targetnya hari ini teleport dulu ya. Besok pagi kita lanjut apa? Dendroculus. Banyak peti-peti juga cuy. Thank you istri gue, Chole. Weh. Istri gue Chole. Enak aja anjir. Mengaku-ngaku dia teman-teman.
One with nature.
Halo, welcome.
Collecting rare and exquisite treasures. Yes, this seems suitably sophisticated.
Kita akan membuka teleport dan domain dulu teman-teman. Waduh, ini dendro cuy. Kita butuh karakter dendro ya. Ini kayaknya quest-quest teman-teman untuk membuka domain ya.
The wind knows me.
Nah, ini di sini domainnya di sini cuy. Oh, ini dia.
Time to go.
Oh enggak usah pakai aneh-aneh. Masuk ke buka ya. Ini apa ini? Oh, ini cuma domain itu cuy. Bukan domain artifact ya. Oke, ini kelar. Kita lanjut membuka ini dulu nih. Yang di Jojo dulu aja cuy. Anjir, jauh juga cok. Di atas itu ya. Akhirnya kita sudah melewati deja vu yang danjo.
No, my sword!
Into the wind. One with nature.
Lah, oh bukan, teleportnya di sini cuy. Di sono beda lagi ya. Oke, kelar. Terus di mana lagi? Oh, ini cuy. Nah, ini juga belum ya. Di bawah ini dulu. Bang, jika udah 79 PT apa masih bisa dapat 5 star? Bang, JK udah dapat 79 PT.
There are leaves around. And I know just
Wah, gue
the
kurang
tune to
tahu ya
accompany them,
PT-PT.
if you wish to hear it.
Masih pusing cuy, gue juga. Gue kemarin dapat itu, nggak guna malah.
The wind knows me. One with nature.
My apologies.
Gue asal gacha aja teman-teman. Jadi gue nggak pernah ngitungin PT ya, selagi ada Primogem gue gacha gitu. Itu kesalahan gue. Makanya gue dapat karakter-karakter gak jelas. Oke, gue pengen pemanasan dulu teman-teman.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Clouds high. The birds up.
Rain outlines your
Gue
fate.
pengen pemanasan
Embrace
dulu.
the ice.
Nah, pemanasan Ayaka. Oke, kita langsung ke sono dulu ya. Ini ada anemo. Explore-nya nanti aja ya, karena ini targetnya quest archon dan gitu cuy. Teleport. Dendro lagi cuy, gua nggak punya karakter Dendro. Masa kita pakai itu apa? Pakai karakter. Oh, ini baru ya, kepala lotus. Nah, pada animo tulus. Ikutin nggak? Ikutin aja ya. Masa kita lewati semua cuy? Udah lama nggak explore ya. Gue target Zhongli. Gue udah 3 kali banner ini, masa kelewatan lagi? Gak lucu cuy. Tapi kemarin dapat itu ya. Ini apa cuy? Oh, ini harus pakai dendro ya teman-teman. Oh, pakai api bisa. Pakai api bisa dilepas teman-teman. Pakai api bisa dilepas ya.
Adventure time. Let's light it up. No, my soul.
Pakai air nggak bisa. Es.
Take flight.
Nggak bisa. Berarti kalahnya sama api cuy di bakar ya. Kalahnya pakai api dibakar. Kita swirl biar tambah apinya. Nice.
Time to go.
Lepas. Wih deh, langsung kita hajar cuy. Langsung kita hajar.
One with wind and cloud.
Kita swirl. Kita seret.
Let me weave you a verse.
Oke, kelar ya. Oke. Oh gitu konsepnya ya. Ini ada karakter
Today is a
baru
lucky
teman-teman.
day.
Ada musuh baru ya. Siapa ini cuy? Jalannya seksi sekali.
Rain outlines your fate. Let's light it up.
Wind strike.
Wind strike.
I'm getting.
Gak bisa gerak lah sama Ayaka. Oke, kita ambil teleport dulu. Fokus teleport. Set. Oke, ada munyuk-munyuk.
No, my soul.
The wind knows me.
Set.
One with nature.
Ayaka.
Whirling snow.
Asik.
Today is a lucky day.
Ayo kita ke sono. Banyak mekanisme yang baru ya. Ini mekanisme apa lagi? Wah, banyak peti cuy. Ini apa ini? Oh iya, lupa cuy. Dia pakai
Let's light it up! Wind strike!
gak bisa cuy. Dia pakai ini cuy. Gue lupa cuy. Nah, terus kita pukul di sininya cuy. Di charger attack ya. Namanya charger attack. Ini di awal-awal udah dikasih tahu sih.
Even better than I imagined. It's my lucky day.
Wah, enak banget ya. Nah, kita lihat ini juga teman-teman. Hah? Kekurangan energi? Baru mau gua bunuh? Ini apa cuy? Anjir, gue pengen explore cuy, tapi waktu kita terbatas ya.
Adventure time. Everybody stand. Rain outlines your fate. Kamisato art. Sumetsu. Take flight.
Hanya ke gue di spiral habis gak kepake cuy. Jadi kita manfaatin ya. Ntar dulu. Gue belum swirl. Gue belum swirl cuy. Lah kok cooldown sih?
Into the wind. Whirling snow.
Nah, di sini ya. Kita mati dulu.
One with nature.
Anjir, gue butuh explore ini cuy. Nanti ya explore ya. Di next live streaming. Kayaknya besok pagi kalau bangun pagi cuy. Tuh, banyak yang belum terbuka cuy. Akhirnya terbuka. Oke, kita lanjut ke sini teman-teman. Nih. Kita ganti itu juga ya. Pakai nggak anjir? Dendronya kepake nggak? Gua minimal dapat dendro 1 lah. Ini ya, Zhongli ya. Nah, gacha gua kayak gini teman-teman, satu-satu gitu. Gak pernah ditimbun. Kesalahan gua sih. Wow, ini tangan Robi Ruin Guard cuy. Ternyata Ruin Guard ya ini. Tuh, tangannya. Wow.
Into the wind. Take flight.
Bang, view karakter dong. Boleh. Karakter apa? Kampret nih.
Today is a lucky day.
Gak ada peti cuy. Spiderman, set. Set. Loh, mana? Set. Mana lagi? Wow, aneh. Dendroculus ya. Target kita itu cuy. Tapi ini ada sesuatu yang harus kita buka. Set. Set. Ini udah gote cuy.